Tonight on Connecticut's news station, snowstorm aftermath crashes all over Connecticut, including this bus rollover in I-91. The Fox 61 storm tracker is crossing the state, showing you road conditions tonight so you know what to expect tomorrow. And we have team coverage for you tonight from the airport to your street corner. And you, our viewers, are part of our team sending us your snow pictures. And will New England be saying bye-bye to head coach Bill Belichick after the Patriots lost to the Jets today at Foxborough?
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Carmen Chow. We begin on the weather watch tonight. The first winter storm of the season has come and gone, but we now have our eyes on another storm Tuesday night. Let's get right over to meteorologist Ryan Breton. Ryan, January certainly starting off strong, right?
It is, and we got a lot of snow in some spots, Carmen, especially in northern Connecticut, with some places getting up over a foot of snow. And tonight, one last snow shower that's moving through the middle of the state with a bit of light snow. But this will be drying up in the next hour or two. The story from here, the dropping temperatures, anything that's left outside, not treated, maybe freezing up by morning. We're 29 in Hartford, 27 in Torrington, still right around freezing, just above it from Bridgeport to New Haven. But out the door in the morning, plan on some icy spots, and there are some school delays, especially farther north where the significant snowfall occurred. But we'll have lots of sunshine all day long tomorrow. Those morning temperatures in the 20s, afternoon highs tomorrow getting back into the 30s to near 40. With all the fresh snow on the ground, especially if you're inland, sunglasses going to be needed tomorrow. That sun will be reflecting off the snow to be very bright during the day tomorrow. So we have sun tomorrow, but then a very powerful storm will be forming over the middle of the country. And this will be coming in for Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night into Wednesday, but it's a totally different setup. Instead, this one will be bringing us rain and wind, behaving a lot like the two big storms we had back in December. So we have concerns for both flooding of rivers, streams, and also during the high tide Wednesday morning on the coast, and scattered outages from wind. I'll be back to talk about it all coming up in just a few minutes.
Ryan, thank you. It's been a few hours since the snow stopped falling and the plows stopped rolling, but it can still be treacherous on the roads and sidewalks tonight. And that's why we sent the Fox 61 storm tracker to Windsor. Here's a live look at conditions right now. You're seeing what the side streets look like, as well as the bus stops where kids and commuters will be standing tomorrow. Some towns and cities could be issuing delays tomorrow, so be sure to check with your schools for any alerts or notifications about that. We'll be sure to check in again with the Fox 61 storm tracker when it gets to the next town. After the plow operators do their job and as the temperatures drop, there is that danger of black ice. AAA advises in these conditions, drivers should coast rather than slam on the brakes to avoid a collision. And we have this video just in. The Fox 61 storm tracker spotted this crash on I-91 South tonight near exit 33 in Hartford. A bus rolled over on its side and amazingly no one was injured. A lot of cars also crashed into each other today. Fox 61 was on the scene of this collision on Mountain Road in West Hartford. We're told one person was hurt and had to be rushed to a hospital. Public safety officials in Tallinn shared these photos with us after many car crashes, the result of what they described as typical driving too fast for conditions, situations overnight and this morning. And trees that still have foliage on them pose the biggest hazard with snowstorms to both people and power lines. Take a look at this video from Cliffmore Road where so much snow accumulated on this evergreen tree that it leaned over into overhead wires, prompting the fire department to shut down that road. And we've learned there's fear that tree has tipped over so far it could fall tonight onto the nearest house. And there are still hundreds of households across the state without power tonight. Take a look at this video we received from Jensen and Mountain Roads in West Hartford this morning. That stretch was shut down to traffic with tree limbs, branches, and leaves in the road. One neighbor described for us what she saw when she woke up.
Woke up at 5 to let my dog out, and it was glowing. The yard was glowing, and it was very light. And it didn't register that something was going on. I came out my front door and there were literally flames just shooting from Mountain Road.
More than 900 Eversource customers lost power as a result, and over the course of the day today, there were thousands of outages in Connecticut. We're told the lights are back on for everyone in the area of Jensen and Mountain Roads. And here's the latest from Eversource. 631 customers are still without power right now, mostly in the Gurleyville neighborhood of Mansfield. That's a big change from earlier tonight when there were only 96 outages, and from this morning when there were almost 2,500 households in the dark. Now, that snowstorm leaving some travelers camped out inside Bradley International Airport for a little longer than expected. Several flights have been either delayed or canceled. We spoke to two couples who actually told us they are grateful for the flight changes for the sake of spending more time with their significant other. When it comes to traveling in any bad weather, whether it be a rain or snowstorm, it can get stressful. Flights can continuously be pushed back or constantly canceled.
It's been a little bit hectic.
As of 5 p.m. on Sunday, Bradley International Airport had 20% of its flights canceled and 34% of them delayed. For Noah Shippa, he had plans to head back to the Peach State, also known as Georgia, to start his spring semester in college, only to find out his flight status kept changing.
Little delays, like 5 minutes each, just pushing it a little bit longer.
Though the uncertainty had him wondering when he would finally hop on the plane, it granted him and his girlfriend, Ariana, a little more time together. A moment they'd call bittersweet.
I get to spend more time with him, even if it's a few minutes.
These two lovebirds were not the only ones with the romantic story at the airport. This couple is originally from Louisville, Kentucky. They were in Connecticut since one of them is in the Navy here.
We've been doing long distance for like 3 years now, so we don't get to see each other that much, so I would like to stay.
Any chance for time to stall has been a fortunate turn of events.
It's just a blessing to be able to spend a couple of days together out of the year, and any moment we're together, it's just a celebration. So even if there is a snowstorm, that doesn't mind us.
And according to the Connecticut Airport Authority, delays or cancellations are still possible for tomorrow. Passengers who are traveling then are advised to check with their airline to confirm the status of their flight before heading to the airport. The Litchfield Hills area is no stranger to snow. Crews in New Milford were up early this morning plowing parking lots. And the same in Kent, where plows hit the streets and people are up early shoveling their sidewalks.
I bet it was 1.5 inches an hour, probably. It was snowing. It was pretty good. It started yesterday before midnight, and yeah, as it got earlier in the morning, it got heavier and heavier.
And as Ryan mentioned, there's more snow to come this week and tonight and tomorrow. The roads may be icy, so drivers are reminded to take it easy. And after a long morning covering the snowstorm, we asked Fox 61's Brooke Griffin to find out where people go after the snow. The answer is a quote from Homer Simpson, coffee. Here's Brooke.
Well, we've driven all over Connecticut today. We've seen some roads that look good. We've seen some roads that look bad. But seemingly, the ones that are the most populated are the ones leading straight to Dunkin' Donuts. Down in the south, Waffle House signs show bright on winter wonderland days like today. But up here in New England, it's the pink and orange logo calling people in.
I always have my iced coffee. He thinks I'm crazy for it, but I can't not have it.
Of course, we need matcha latte from Dunkin'. So we got it. Now we're all energized to go skiing.
And I come to Dunkin' every day. Rain, shine, snow. I get myself a medium hot tea with cream and 2 sugars. Get my husband a hazelnut coffee.
While some Connecticut towns only got a coating, others got up to a foot of snow. But that hasn't stopped people from getting their caffeine fix before tackling any snow day plans.
Probably get out there and finish up the driveway and maybe make a snowman.
You might be wondering who keeps your favorite Dunkin' location accessible on days like today. Well, it's plow companies like the one Abby Berube family owns.
Well, yeah, we stay at the Dunkins because they're constantly, customers are constantly coming in.
And she says she has one warning to anyone crowding a plow while trying to get a cold brew.
They will come right when the Dunkin' opens and sit and wait and like get in the way of the drive-thru as my uncle's trying to plow, and I have to move them with a shovel. Not actually, though.
And of course, our snow coverage isn't going to stop here with this show. This is something we'll be following throughout the night, of course, tomorrow morning. But for now, try to enjoy the snow, even if it's not your favorite. Maybe you've got a fire going. But at the very least, you know Dunkin's open. You can grab a coffee and enjoy it. Cheers from us to you. In Winstead, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Cheers back to you, Brooke. Thank you. Our team coverage continues. This was the first snowstorm for Hartford's new mayor and his leadership at the Department of Public Works. And as Fox 61's Keith McGilvery shows us, the snow fell as just the mayor welcomed thousands for a volleyball tournament at the Connecticut Convention Center.
The capital city had roughly 75 people out on the roads and across sidewalks overnight into Sunday. The goal in all of this, to make sure the city was up and ready to go come Monday morning.
Very cold over Sunday night into Monday morning, so we will see a lot of refreeze. Be careful on the roads being slick. We'll have our crews out salting into early Sunday evening to make sure that the roads are safe.
How can a Hartford resident be helpful, be it throughout this storm or storms moving forward this season?
Sure, well, stay off the roads while the plows are out working. But this particular storm, we have a lot of mixed precipitation. The snow is heavy, so be careful as you shovel and wait until the plows come through your street to shovel out your driveways and your sidewalks.
The winter walloping didn't stop thousands of athletes and fans from coming here to Winterfest at the XL Center. This, a volleyball tournament that stretches the next 3 weekends.
I'm excited about the snow.
Any weather I want to play. There was a lot of it. It was kind of scary, but we're used to it.
Winterfest expected to bring millions of dollars in revenue to the region this month, and the tournament's director says it's very much living up to its name.
Pretty hardy. It's called Winterfest, so we kind of welcomed the snow to add a little winter flavor to it.
If your flavor from the storm is less inside and more outside shoveling, remember, it is always okay to help out a neighbor like Giovanni in need. In Hartford, I'm Keith McGilvery, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station. High five, let's go!
I think that's a